Greetings, fellow musicians. This is your weekly overview for week 6 of Elements of Music. Starting off, we come to the quintessential what you'll do and what you'll learn section, and then that is followed closely by the Focus First assignments. If this section pertains to you, again, please don't hesitate to get in touch if you have any questions about which assignments you need to do, as well as anything inside of those assignments. Thank you. Going a little bit further down, we come to our blog for this week, which is all about Beethoven. Now, I briefly talked about Beethoven in last week's overview as part of the honors section, but now everyone is going to get a chance to learn about this rather important composer. Like I said in last week's overview, Beethoven was a little bit of a trailblazer in that he took elements from the classical period and injected his own very raw and intense emotions, something that, as you will learn as the focus of this week, the Romantic period was all about. Very intense, very genuine emotion. And so Beethoven was ahead of his time in that regard, if you think about it. So the specific things you will need to do for this blog are as follows. There is going to be a quick compare and contrast section where you will listen to one of Beethoven's more classical works and one of his more romantic works. You will also reflect on whether a piece can be of two different genres at once, and perhaps, if you know of any, list any composers or artists who like to compose for multiple genres. And then we get to our musictheory.net component for this week. Here we are going to learn about simple, compound, and odd meter. Now, as a gentle reminder, meter is essentially the same thing as a time signature. This just further quantifies them, puts them into different categories. An example of a simple time signature is 3/4, where every single beat can be clearly counted and is felt at roughly the same intensity. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Whereas a compound meter, an example of that is 6/8, where there are bigger beats and there are smaller beats inside of those bigger beats. So we would count 6/8 like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So when I used my voice to put emphasis on beat 1 and beat 4, those were the bigger beats, and the others were the smaller beats. Anything that is not simple or compound is considered odd meter, just because it doesn't fit anywhere else. They have their own category. An extreme example of that would be 11/4, or perhaps 12/5, something like that. You will not, I repeat, not have to study this too deeply. I'm just giving examples. So that is our musictheory.net portion for this week. For your microcomposition, you will be required to go back into what you wrote for week 5 and add dynamics and tempo. Dynamics change the volume of a song, and tempo indications change the speed of the song. You're going to have a chance to add both of these into your composition and inject a little bit of musical variety. Going on to the standard pairing of music glossary and quiz, you will be responsible for terms relating to the Romantic period. Those are 49 through 52 for the glossary. When it comes to learning about the Romantic period itself, you're going to learn about Romantic society during that time, as well as what was favored in this period as far as music is concerned. So this is all about, yes, the melody is important to an extent, but it's more so blending the lines between melody and harmony, all for the sake of creating an abstract sense, feeling, etc. This is all about emotion and expressing that through very creative means. Not only will you learn about Romantic era terms, you'll also learn about a few popular Romantic era forms and 2 very important husband and wife Romantic era composers. Moving on below that, we have our musical performance review. Again, this is not due until week 8. If you're having trouble finding a live concert to attend, or if you're having trouble finding a recording to view, please get in touch with me ASAP. You still have some time, but not too much. So please get in touch if you need help in any way, shape, or form. If you are finished early, you're welcome to email it to me, and I will update your score in Blackboard and letting you know when that is available. And finally, we come to our Week 6 honors assignment, which is all about finding, or rather studying, nationalism in romantic music. Nationalism is kind of like patriotism in that it deals with things that enhance the identity of a location. As far as music is concerned, in the Romantic era, composers were all about supporting a national identity from their native land. And you will learn about the many specific examples of nationalism in music, and again, how this evolved primarily through societal things in the Romantic era. And that will do it for the weekly overview for week 6. If any of you have any questions, please get in touch with me at any point in time. You always have my ear. And with that, may music be with you.